We're at the movies with Matt and
That's
Ryan.
movies, Matt Ryan.
Why are you talking when
Why
I'm
are you
talking?
talking?
All right, I'm not restarting it this time.
I don't want to. I wanted to keep it. I was gonna do like a song, like a joint entrance.
We should make a jingle.
No, we should have Cedo make a jingle.
Oh. Yeah, well,
All
he's in
right,
his prime.
You can pay him 2 sandwiches to make it. All right.
Ooh, I am a great sandwich maker.
All right, this is weird. So today we're just gonna kind of kick it back, shoot the shit, as you would say, and we're gonna talk about kind of the state of movies this year so far. We're almost halfway through.
Yeah.
The year, 2 weeks away from the halfway point. So I thought it would be a good time, since nothing that significant is going wide in the next couple of weeks, to kind of just catch up on our thoughts on the year for movies and stuff like that. So, Ryan, do you have any opening thoughts?
Opening thoughts. Well, I mean, from the beginning, this has obviously been one of the strongest years that I've ever seen. And the thing is most years, at least the past. Well, I've only been really into movies for like 3 years, but the past 2 years at least, what I've noticed is that I didn't even though I had like a top 10 list, in June. I still didn't know like what was going to be my number. Like I didn't think that any of my top 10 was still going to be in my top 10 by the end of the year. Like this year is different though in the sense that like I have like a movies in my top 10 that I think are going to stay in my top 10 because they were actually really good. If that makes sense. Like they're not just in there by default. They're in there because I think they're actually going to be in there for the rest of the year. So I think this year's been a lot different in that sense.
Yeah, the thing that surprised me most is just how the year started. I mean, January, as usual, was nothing special, but February was a pretty good month at the movies between John Wick and Lego Batman and even in Get Out, too. And then we have Logan the next week. So the year has had a pretty good start. When did you see Cars? What the?
Oh, yeah, that was going to be my surprise.
You scumbag. When did you go see Cars?
I saw it at the Agawam Cinemas last night.
I'm going to see it like tomorrow, so we'll have a review for that at some point.
It was okay.
Don't spoil it. I don't want to. No, I'm excited for it. I don't want to hear spoilers. What a stupid surprise. But yeah, I think the start of the year has been pretty good. The summer so far has been okay, I guess. I don't know. It's hard for me to. What?
I don't know. Like the summer's been weird because, I mean, I look at my bottom 10 and I have probably three of my worst movies of the year are from the summer. But then again, my favorite movie of the year is from the summer. So I don't know. It's been an odd summer. I
mean, Wonder Woman and Guardians are the only two blockbusters that not only have gotten like great reviews, but have also done well at the box office. Every other blockbuster has either done okay or has not gotten very good reviews. I mean, Alien got okay reviews, but it ended up doing pretty poorly at the box office. The only giant bomb was King Arthur, but everything else was just kind of in the middle, which is a little weird.
Yeah.
Kind of in a murky place.
Yeah. No, there hasn't been like, I don't know. Like there's been some good blockbusters this summer. Or like, I don't know, Guardians was really good. Wonder Woman was really good. Alien was pretty good. I think
Alien was cool because it was different. Like it definitely didn't feel like a blockbuster, and it was very. I think Ridley Scott made a very different kind of movie, and I liked his focus on, David and Walter and all that. It's definitely a polarizing movie, kind of like how Prometheus was, but I think it is also a very interesting movie. I just think it's very problematic at certain points.
I think the audience still liked it too. Like outside of critics, I think the audience really enjoyed it as well. So I think that was one of the.
I don't know. I think the movie. I think a lot of audiences it polarized because it didn't. It was kind of trying to be two things. It was trying to be like a more of a like horror-esque alien movie, and then part of it was this meditative statement on creation and existence and stuff like that. I think that's where the movie failed because it had those two things kind of butting heads together and never really meshed.
Yeah.
Because like I like the movie a lot, and then the ending is really weak. You have those two action sequences back to back that kind of just it ends the movie on more of a whimper than a bang because it just feels excessive.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a big grand finale that didn't, tonally make sense compared to the rest
It
of the
was
movie.
fucking stupid. Like, let's just be honest. Like,
Yeah.
it was her fucking flying around on the ship. Like, it was dumb.
It looked like a Star Wars scene. Not really, but
No, it was just stupid.
But
I know we're in the minority with King Arthur. I thought compared to like pirates and stuff like that, like at least King Arthur was different. Like at least Guy Ritchie really implanted his style with the movie.
Yeah.
And like it did take itself too seriously. It wasn't trying to start this big fucking universe or anything. It was just kind of like it was like an origin movie, and it was for that I thought it was fun.
Yeah, King Arthur I enjoyed more than I thought, mostly because of the direction though, not really because of the story. I didn't really care too much about it, but I mean, I remember we saw it on like 10 o'clock at night, and for that reason, for me to enjoy it that much, I think I gave it like a 7. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But what do you think's like the most? I mean, I guess the most impressive summer movie on all aspects is Wonder Woman. I mean, I don't know if you can't count everything.
I think if I were to pick my favorite of the blockbusters, it'd be Guardians. I'd put Guardians over Wonder Woman because I don't know. Guardians was also probably a surprise for me because I wasn't a humongous fan of the first one. I thought it was okay. It wasn't anything special. And a lot of people going into this said that it just feels like a rehash of the first one, but I completely disagree. There's a good focus on characters, and
yeah,
it really gives these characters some more shadings. And I think there's even some, I wouldn't say emotional, but like some pretty strong, character moments towards the latter half of the movie that are pretty effective.
Yeah, it brought out that family dynamic, and it was, I think it was one of the more impressive movies this summer too, just for the fact that I mean, I don't think it was a huge improvement from the first one, but it definitely was better.
I thought so, but it didn't feel like a Marvel movie. It really felt more like it didn't feel like it was part of a mold or a cliche, because that's my problem with all the Marvel movies is they feel like they're in a certain mold. They have these certain common story structures and character dynamics, but this movie didn't feel like part of that mold. And I really like that this movie really had a very loose story. Like a lot of people, the story needs to be tighter, stuff like that. But I like that it was a little more loose, and it gave its characters a lot of breathing room on screen to really kind of develop and become even more likable in the audience's eyes.
Yeah, it was a likable movie. I don't know. For me, I just thought Wonder Woman was amazing. I think like the scene in the middle where she's like walking in the war scenes, like one of the most impactful scenes of the year. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely like Wonder Woman a lot. I give both movies around the same rating. It's just I thought Guardians was a more even experience. There's parts of Wonder Woman. I think the start and the end are kind of weak. But I really did enjoy Wonder Woman for what it was. I think emotionally it also ended up having a bigger effect than I imagined.
Yeah.
I know you didn't see Captain Underpants, but that was also a very good superhero movie.
Yeah. I don't think you've seen Baywatch. Baywatch was okay. A lot of people are surprisingly enjoyed that movie.
Who are these fucking people? The movie has like a 10 on Rotten Tomatoes.
It doesn't have a 10, does it? Not critics. I just mean like normal people.
Well, I haven't talked to anyone who said they liked it. I mean, everyone I've heard who said it liked it said it was mediocre.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was anything
shitty.
special. It was okay. Like,
I don't think mediocre is liking it, but
I just like I don't know. There was like 8 different ideas in the movie. It was like confusing sometimes. Like there's weird scenes.
Ryan's confused by Baywatch.
No, I understood the story, but like they just were trying to like do too much.
Eh,
There's a lot of like
I don't know.
forced scenes in the movie. Like I don't know.
I kind of wanted to see it. I like Dwayne Johnson as a comedic actor. I think he can be funny, and I think Zac Efron too, because I feel like they don't take their images too seriously. They're fine
Yeah,
being fun of and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. It's just
Dwayne.
it looked very much like a studio kind of comedy.
Yeah, no, Dwayne is definitely the same person in every movie, uh, and this one doesn't change. But yeah, it was fine. It reminded me of like Central Intelligence last year, like just like the stupid.
Really?
Well, like like it was like the simple like action comedy. I don't know.
I thought Central Intelligence was kind of cute. It did have a nice little. I thought both Hart and Dwayne together were good, and I think it had a. You know, obviously the message and the melodrama of it is really kind of played out, but for what it was cute. Like, I don't know. I feel like Central Intelligence was probably better than Baywatch.
Yeah, kind of forgettable.
Yeah, but what genre do you think has been the strongest this year?
Jeez. I mean, I guess like I mean I don't know what you count as horror, but like horror's been really good this year. Besides Bye Bye Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say superhero movies just because.
Yeah, those
I
two.
mean, Wonder Woman, Guardians, Logan, Captain Underpants, Lego Batman movie, like pretty much went 5 for 5.
Yeah, I think those two because like I mean I'm looking at my top two right now and they're both, I mean, supposed to be horror films, but they're really thrillers.
What was I gonna say? What do you think has been the weakest genre? I have my thoughts on this too.
The weakest genre. Damn. I I have to say comedy. Like
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
there was
say.
like besides Baywatch was mediocre. Like I mean it was okay, and I mean no other movie that I've seen. I'm looking at my list now is really technically a comedy. Like they're supposed
Yeah,
to be.
I've seen a lot more of the comedies than you this year. Between
Sandy
Chips
Wexler, I guess, but
Going in Style and stuff like that, and even Rough Night, which I'll post the review sometime soon. But yeah, there really just has not been very funny comedies. They all have like okay premises. Like Fist Fight, I was kind of excited for because Charlie Day's in it. But like, there's none of these movies are funny. They all just have like the same kind of stupid jokes, and it's just like a waste of everyone's time.
yeah,
If I had to pick the bad comedy this year that I enjoyed the most, it was Chips, and that was the least funny. I just liked it on the pretenses of I thought the action was pretty good, and I don't know, something about it kept me engaged. But Going in Style was fucking trash. As much as I love Zach Braff, and Fist Fight was awful. Snatch was awful.
yeah.
Boss Baby, don't get me even started on Boss Baby. Ugh.
Oh yeah, that's on YouTube as well. If you want to check out Matt's rant on that.
Oh yeah, Boss
One
Baby.
of our
I don't even remember
shows.
what I said. I don't even remember the movie. It was just shit.
Yeah, I remember one of our radio shows you went off. I forgot which one.
It was bad. But I don't know. Like, what were you gonna say?
No, I just remembered Split was another horror film that even though I thought was okay, a lot of people enjoyed, and it got good reviews.
That did get really good reviews, and it had its own fans.
Yeah,
I like the only comedy this year that like was actually like a straight comedy that I could say could like was Rough Night, and I honestly didn't think that was that great. Like, it definitely kind of stumbled and lost its energy a bit in the third act, which is disappointing. It's one of those movies where it's like I laughed enough times, like it wasn't like hilarious, but there were some good laughs in it.
it's a shame that the comedy genre kind of sucks now because like I kind of want to laugh sometimes. Like as much as I love like horror films and superhero films, like they don't make me laugh, and I kind of like there's some times where I just want to go to a movie and laugh, but not laugh at the movie, laugh with the movie. But I feel like I'm laughing at the movie more often than not.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the rest of the summer, we have The House, which I don't know, take it or leave it. Looks.
Will Ferrell's in it. See, I like Will Ferrell movies. Like
I do too, but he's always good in them. But the movies themselves are always very conventional.
yeah, but it just shows how great of a comedian he is. Because like Get Hard, I think without him, it'd be just another comedy. But I actually enjoyed that more. Like that's probably my favorite Kevin Hart movie if I had to pick one.
I like Central Intelligence more than Get Hard, honestly.
Wow.
I just thought Central Intelligence was a better movie.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. Do you think The House will be good though?
Yeah, I think in my opinion, I mean, I've only this won't be that hard. I think I've only seen 2 real comedies of the year. That would probably be my favorite comedy because I'll probably end up seeing it of the year so far. I mean, we don't know later on, but I mean, then you got the like you said, The Big Sick comes out too, but we don't know, is that technically a comedy or yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There are a lot of movies that kind of subvert. I mean, they can be labeled a comedy, but they can't. Like the movie Dean I saw a few weeks ago, which was an indie. That could be labeled as a comedy. I personally wouldn't. I mean, some people could even call Colossal a comedy. I think it kind of is for half of it until it's not. But
you know, it's my favorite comedy of the year.
What?
Get Out.
Yeah, Get Out. Get Out. I think once it comes Golden Globe time, will be labeled as a comedy, and that makes sense.
I think it was pretty hilarious. Like even people in the theaters, like it was like great how like everyone was just cracking up when like certain things were happening. It was just like like Jordan Peele is an hilarious guy. Like
it definitely is a comedy. I think it makes up for that label. I don't know. Like, what movie for you has been the most surprising this year?
Damn. The most surprising. I mean, Logan is up there because I didn't think Logan would be, top 3 superhero movies of all time. Just because, like, the other, like, Wolverine movies and X-Men movies, like, never shocked me or, like, of how good they were. But, I don't know. I guess it comes at night because I didn't think it'd be my favorite of the year. That's another one. Get Out's not really that surprising. I think from the trailers we knew that was going to be really good. But yeah, I think those are the 2 really big surprises.
Yeah. Do you have more?
Trying to think here. It could be surprising bad, right?
No, that's disappointing. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Logan. I'm surprised by how much I liked it. Like I thought it was going to be good, but I didn't think I was going to love it.
I'm trying to think here.
Look at your list.
The Belko Experiment.
Okay, come on.
I don't know. Oh, Guardians too. Yeah, I didn't think because I thought the first Guardians was okay. I think the second Guardians really outshone it. So yeah, I gotta say Guardians as well.
Yeah, I'll put Guardians on that list. For me, it's easy. I have to pick Before I Fall. When I saw that trailer in November, I was like,
"Oh yeah,
this looks fucking terrible," and it was actually a really good movie. I wouldn't call it great, but there was a lot to like about it. I think it took the kind of Groundhog Day approach and made a pretty interesting and original movie out of it. So
yeah,
I give credit.
Yeah, Before I Fall was good. I agree. They had a good twist. That had one of the better twists at the end too of the year.
Yeah, the movie didn't cop out, which I liked. I know you didn't see it, but Gifted with Chris Pine was pretty good. I didn't really expect much out of that, but I thought it was pretty good for what it was. I don't know. I'm just kind of look through. There really hasn't been that many surprises. I think most of the surprises have been movies that I thought were going to be good and ended up being kind of great.
Yeah.
Like I thought Get Out was going to be good from the trailer, but I didn't think it was going to get like a 99 on Rotten Tomatoes or shit like that.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say 100. That guy's an idiot.
Yeah, but whatever.
Should be a 100.
I liked Win It All. What do you think is the most underrated movie? I was going to say Win It All is my pick.
Most
because
underrated.
I feel like there's a certain stigma still involving Netflix movies at this point that they're not as widely seen or marketed. I feel like, even though they're readily available, and I hope Win It All is a movie that finds an audience, because I think it works as an interesting departure from the gambling genre. It definitely feels more grounded, and I think it's more genuine than like movies like The Gambler or.
I really liked
I would say-
Imperial Dreams. I think that was underrated.
Yeah, Imperial Dreams is pretty good. Oh, Personal Shopper isn't my other pick. The Olivier Assayas movie. That's an interesting movie of just, a lot of movies fail because their tone just kind of crashes because there's too much going on. That movie kind of blends this horror movie with grief and stuff like it's a thriller at parts. It was a very fascinating movie, and I think Kristen Stewart continues to prove herself as an actress who can really command the screen from first frame to last. So I give Personal Shopper a shout out.
What about what was I gonna say? How about Your Great Wall?
I wasn't. Oh, I guess that's underrated.
Yeah. They didn't get good reviews.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck that. I don't care.
Whoa.
I don't get the hate. That's a movie where, you have a very good director in Zani Mo, who's done stuff like Hero and other martial arts movies. The movie visually is pretty impeccable. I think the CGI of the monsters is stupid, but it's a movie that never took itself too seriously, which I enjoyed. It felt light throughout. There's enough character to it. I don't know. I think it was a movie that just kind of. It felt like it was from another era, and it was definitely like the first American blockbuster to really be like a Chinese-made movie, because I definitely see the influences and stuff like that. So I get why disconnected in the States.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it a lot for what it was.
Yeah, it was alright.
You didn't see it in the theater, so I don't want to hear it. Watch it on some fucking shitty pirate-based site.
It's
Come
fine.
on, that's not a fair way to view the movie. You gotta be honest.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is not. You're being serious? You come on. You gotta be an honest person, not a scumbag. Look at you.
Wow.
It's such a colorful movie. It was a great movie to see on the big screen. I feel like I visually, at least, it really stood out for me. And I just liked how simplistic it was. I liked that it didn't feel the need to be 2 hours long. It was very much to the point, moved at a good pace. Matt Damon was good in it. All the other actors, Tian Jing and stuff like that, were good in it. I don't know. It was good.
Yeah.
Wish we had more blockbusters like it that don't take themselves so fucking seriously. I feel like that's the problem. Every movie tries to be epic now. Everything's, bigger than life. I don't know. I don't. When I go to a summer movie, I just want to have fun or a blockbuster. I don't give a shit that the world's ending again.
Yeah.
And we got
every Transformer movie.
Yeah, it's don't take yourself so fucking seriously. It's a Transformers movie. It's no one here is coming here for great drama or anything like that. And Michael Bay is not directing or writing great drama. So it's just just know what you are and do it. And that's something I got to give Triple X Return of Xander Cage credit for, because that movie was so stupid, but I loved it because it was hilarious. It was just, it just kept pushing the boundaries of what's plausible and what's not. And it was constantly poking fun at even Vin Diesel's, image and itself. It is a fun movie that just never took itself that seriously. And you also had Tony Gonzalez with a robot fist, so that was cool too.
Never saw it.
Yeah, Xander Cage was awesome. It was a great action movie. You know what? Fuck it. I enjoyed Triple X Xander Cage more than John Wick.
Oh my god.
I did.
Nah,
I
come on.
John Wick's a better movie, but I enjoyed Xander Cage more.
Oh.
Because I think the new John Wick, it was very good, but it did take itself a bit too seriously.
We're done.
And I think plot-wise, well, you didn't see the movie, so
yeah, but Matt, no.
You gotta be fair. You're not being
can't-
very fair if you haven't seen the movie.
Jesus.
I don't know. Jesus, whatever. John Wick was a very good action movie, but I think where it suffers is it took itself way too seriously at points, and I think this movie was just it lacked the tightness of.
Matt? Oh my god, did Matt freeze up again? Jesus Christ. Alright, Matt froze up again. This happens a lot. Yeah, so, oh, you know what? Maybe I could try to get him back. One second. Maybe I could try to get him back here. Here, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to continue this. We're almost done. My internet is absolutely obnoxious. Continuing this run of we're talking about the 2017, all the movies that we've seen and the state of film as what we're at now. Are you fucking kidding me? My internet sucks. But I think what we're going to go into once I try to get Matt back here is we're going to try to go into probably we're probably going to go into most overrated movies and some of our worst movies of the year because we have talked a lot about the highlights of the year. But we kind of want to go into something else. Come on, let's go, internet. My internet is screwing up on me as usual because it sucks. I'm sorry you guys have to hear this, but it is what it is. Let's see if I can get back on track here. Yeah. So yeah, me and Matt are gonna try to reset up this call. The internet works. Let's see. So yeah, this year, while I'm waiting for the internet to get its head out of its ass, some of the better moments of this year, like I said, I think horror's been one of the best genres, and for some reason, I mean, all the horror movies I've seen aren't even technically horror films. They're all thrillers, really. So it's kind of shocking, but like It Comes at Night was a thriller. Get Out was kind of a thriller. A couple others were thrillers as well. And so I guess me saying that the horror genre has been the best is kind of false because a lot of these movies, even though they've been advertised as horror films, haven't really been horror films. But I think overall, it has been a strong year for film. Hopefully it continues. And my internet is fucking terrible. And I think it's because we have a thunderstorm coming up. There are a chance of a thunderstorm. Maybe that's what's affecting it. I have no fucking clue. But it kind of pisses me off because now we can't really record the rest of what we were going to talk about, which sucks. I mean, we really touched on a lot anyway, but it just really pisses me off. This has to happen. Yeah, see, now it's saying it can't connect to internet at all. Wow, what a way to end this. All these... Wow. It has to be the thunderstorm that's coming in. Oh well, I'll edit all this out. But we'll see you guys. I'll put this up. Hopefully you enjoyed our talk for at least 25 minutes about the state of movies so far and how the year's been. And we'll put up more content later on. And so, for now, I'm sorry about this technical difficulties, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? Sometimes your fucking internet is terrible. But try to fix it some other time. But we'll have more content up as well as other content. We'll have more content up, so look forward to that. Anything you've missed is already up there as well. At the Movies with Matt Ryan is the channel. Go check everything out. And we'll see you guys later.